Hey guys, and here we are with another one from Tournament Guidebook from Vishnu Warrior that is supposed to be dropping early, later this year. So, all right, guys, today we have a game, Alexander Alekhine versus Segberg Tarrasch, right? So everybody knows Tarrasch, everybody know Alexander Alekhine or Alekhine, as we like to call him. This one is called the Pendulum, right? So think about what a pendulum is, the thing that swing back and forth, right? Back and forth pendulum, right? And in the book with Vishnu dropping, this is called the pendulum maneuver, in fact. So today we're going to see how Alexander Alekhine used the pendulum maneuver in a way. So let's see what happens. Okay, e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, all natural stuff that you see here. We usually like to fly through the opening. What's up, Indo Queen? We usually like to fly through the opening here because this is natural stuff. And if you're a player of this from either side, you do want to pay attention. So bishop to c4, bishop c5, regular development. Easy. You see they've been doing this back in the day. Way back in the day. So after c3, the c3 move is intending to play d4. So after d4, he backs up. No Evans here, Christo. This is a more Joko piano, right? Yeah, Evans, right? SMH. He's like, Evans, play the Evans, dog. Bruh. Play the Evans, bro. And it is nice. Of course, Gary has used it, Kasparov, that is, to get some very nice wins. So c3 with the d4 and b4 intentions too, but definitely d4. So bishop backs up to just get out of the way. I'm not trying to get hit with tempo. And then he goes d4 anyway. After d4, now is black to move here, guys. And I'm sure you've probably faced this before. A lot of you have, playing the black side of this. Is black to move? What do you do in this position? So let's try to learn here. This is more on the shorter side of games. It's only 28 moves. So we're going to look at this. Black to move, what do you do here? I'm sure you've probably been here before. If you're an e5 player, maybe you have. Knight f6 from Z. Messed up London. No Evans. Hagenmater's punching the air right now. Air punching air. D6. So okay, and D6 and knight f6 so far. I never play e5. Yeah, some people play e5 in the chat. But for all the e5 players and all people watch from YouTube as well. Mike, yeah, we dropping this from YouTube, bro. Make sure you subscribe to YouTube. This one's live. All right, I don't know this because I only play b4. Okay, so we got a few moves up from the chat. Was d6 and knight f6, big moves. Okay, perfect. So here's a move for you guys to remember and actually that you can use in your own games. You ready for it? Here it is. Queen e7. Ooh, that's different, right? Different. Yeah, that's different. That is different. It's threatening, like, you know, queen takes e4. It's awkward, but it's not really blocking anything. And then knight f6 can be played kind of whenever. So it's something to have in your bag. Now, obviously, the moves that are natural are d6, taking the pawn, and knight f6. Queen e7, though, is sort of a sideline alternative that you can use. And then after castles, well, then he plays knight f6. Thanks for the follow, Disciple. And then rook e1 and d6 now. Defending the center. On a4, right, gaining some space. We stop it with a6. Pretty easy move. h3, stopping bishop to g4. And then he castles and allows bishop g5. So let's go back here. A lot of times, guys, you know, h6 is a move that you want to do to stop bishop g5, or you allow it like he did, which is, if you allow it, though, when you play h6, which is what he played, he didn't go back to h4. Well, going back to h4 is problematic. Sometimes he gets sacked. Sometimes. Maybe not in this situation, but I mean, shoot, like, you gotta be careful here. King g7, queen f3. I mean, rook e3, like, you could be, this could be game over, right? Real fast from black side here. This is why h6 is important if you are an e5 player when you play this way. If you allow it, yeah, exactly. If you allow it, you gangster for real, bro. Like, Alekhine's just like, yeah, you can go ahead and pin me, and he did it. He just let him pin him, like, bro, I'm not ever allowing this, because the bishop can't break the pin easily, and you do have to commit to kicking the bishop away to get out of it. I mean, I really hate this position for black. h6, and then bishop e3, he backed up. It's like, okay, he got off him. Well, thanks for leaving, right? Kind of strange to me. But queen to d8. So, okay, queen d8, and this is kind of weird, right? He put the queen back on d8. This is Alexander Alekhine right here, okay? Put the queen back on d8 and realize I don't need it to be here. So maybe not something you guys should play right from the beginning as we go through this again. Probably should stick to d6, knight f6, and capturing. Maybe not queen d8 or queen e7, because he had to do this, right? He had to, I mean, not that he had to, but queen d8 is very strange. Very strange. He had an idea, though. After queen d8, he actually, this was his idea, was to go rook e8. But he kind of wasted the tempo, right? Queen e7, queen d8. How is bishop e6? Well, bishop e6, you have to think, what does it do besides develop? That's cool. It does develop, but it doesn't hit anything, and it also provokes maybe d5, right? I mean, especially, you know, bishop e6, d5. And I mean, you can chalk it up, start a new game. Sheesh, get the man off the board. I mean, even here, even bishop e6 at any moment is going to be d5. So bishop e3, bishop e6, right here, boom, there you go. Start a new one. Yikes. My goodness, this is always here when you play bishop e6. Bishop e6, very problematic stuff. Right. Absolutely. Knight a5, maybe you could try. You could try knight a5. Maybe I'll go bishop f1. Keep the bishop here. And then if you move the bishop away, then this knight's trapped now. Now your knight is trapped. Oh my goodness. Like, everything's terrible here. Everything's terrible for black. You gotta be careful with that. When you can, I mean, open the F file. Yeah, maybe. If you can, right, if he takes it, you do this. But he doesn't have to take it. That's the issue. He doesn't have to take it. Why not take on e4? Oh, you mean back here? So that was after h6. Taking on e4. That's a great question. In fact, he could have taken on e4. Knight takes e4 is a move. The problem here is, unless you are, you know, your calculations are concrete, this is 100% something you want to stay away from. Your rook, and I don't care how many pieces are in between the rook and the queen here, in like 2 moves, let me give you an example. Pawn takes, maybe you take back with the knight. Knight takes, queen takes, bishop takes, and then all of a sudden, you realize, oh snap, right? Now luckily you have this check here. Right, never play f6 or f3, right? Bruh. Yikes, oh my goodness, right? Because f3 you get in trouble. But knight d2 or bishop d5 or something, you know, you get pressure on the knight. But you just don't want to be here. You just don't want to be here when that stuff opens up. You don't want to be here when that happens. So he played queen d8 and get out the way. Now he's actually threatening it. Kind of, but now the knight's hanging in some cases after bishop takes. Loose pieces lose games. Loose means undefended. So knight b to d2 was the move defending. And then bishop a7, which is a move that definitely happens all the time in this opening, the Joker piano. In Italian games, bishop to a7 just tucks. Sometimes you play b5. You get out of the way of a5, especially d5 too as well. Queen to c2 from Tarrasch here. Black plays takes, and then knight e5. All right, cool. We look at this. Let's examine what's going on. We got knights in the center looking good. Maybe we got some breaks in the center. You got the bishop pair. Fairly an equal game. We would like to swap the bishop pair. Bishop pair is an advantage. We would like to take it. So bishop to f1 from Tarrasch. All right, here we go. Black to move chat. So now we got some middle game play. Got some bishops. We got stuff to do. What do? We have to trade for white. What's black's move here? So it's black's move. What are we gonna do? What's some possibilities? Got a lot of moves actually. Thanks for the follow, bro. Bishop d2 from Mikey. Bishop d7. I'm assuming bishop d7 there. They're just developing. Sorry, bishop d7, no problem, Mikey K. Bishop d7. That's a nice development move. You just get the bishop off the back rank. Get the bishop off the back rank. c5. c5, the problem with c5 is it's too committal here. It's too committal, and a bishop, right? The bishop kind of shuts down here. Right. Okay. Bishop takes h3. Is it a sack? I'm not telling you nothing. In fact, here's the move, guys. The move right here is actually d5. 2 of y'all said it. Nuclear and 88 said it right here. d5, guys. Open up shop. Open up shop. This is a nice move. If you're playing black and you can play d5 in many cases, this is actually a very good move to play. In many openings, in fact, in many openings, if you can play d5, why it's a central move. There's obviously 4 squares in the center. You put a pawn in one, you make some exchanges, it's pretty good. If pawn takes, we take with the knight, and this looks really good. I mean, both the knights in the center, knight, right? You know, I'm looking good. I'm looking good here. So knight takes d5, but this doesn't happen. In fact, Tarrasch plays rook a to d1. So everything's in the center. I mean, this is a lot of center play. This is good play from both sides. Now c5, even though the bishop's blocked, but we have an intention. After knight b, or sorry, knight to b3, queen to c7 defends the pawn, bishop f4, pinning and winning. Or not winning, but pinning. All right, so we're in a little bit of trouble here. Just a little bit. Maybe not trouble, but we will say in a dilemma. The knight, I mean, you know, we're pinned. There's some pressure here. Pawn's a little bit loose. You do need to tread lightly here, chat. What do you do? What do you do? We got like 7 moves left here. 7, 8 moves. I'm going to show you where the pendulum is right here. Knight to d7. So I'm assuming you mean the f knight to d7, defending from f6. Right, there you go. Knight from f6 to d7. Very possible. Sorry for my... Hey, you're learning notation, though. That's right, Mike. You're just trying to learn the notation. Knight d7. Knight check on f3, then takes the bishop. Paired knights. Very nice. Thanks for the follow. Zen out here with a big boy move. That is actually right. You see this move right here? It's over 9,000. You see this? Knight f3. Jeez. Penn the Elder got it too. Dang. Give me the bishop pair. Appreciate it. After takes is just a trade, but I would definitely take black. I got the 2 bishops. We got the ops pointing this way. Looking scary. Hold on for a second. Knight f3. That's a nice check. Mikey, thanks for the tier 1, my guy. Appreciate you. Queen takes f4. E takes d5. Okay. Now, this right here is the lesson of the day. The pendulum method here, in a way. Pendulum method. Okay. What I mean by that is there's a method that you can use. Sometimes you have to make pit stops before you do things, right? In the game. Or maybe even in life, right? You have to make pit stops before you do things. And in here, in this game here, that's exactly what's going to happen. Something's going to happen. Black's going to play a series of moves that resembles a pendulum here. And what do you think that is? Black to move. Bishop f5 from Alan. Batman 70, thanks for the follow. Bishops are not ops. Yeah, that's just from Ikara, right? We got the double ops, you know. Double ops, right triangle, classic right triangle. Move to white blocks. Bishop takes h3 from Cristo. Oh, bishop takes h3. Look at big fella. Oh, I see bishop take. Oh, it's all through the chat. Bishop takes h3. Sheesh. That is indeed a move, chat. But here, I'm gonna hand this to you on a silver platter. You know, this is like a halfway. Garbage. Like you half. Garbage. It's only half. Like you're not for real, like all the way premium. Garbage. But it's halfway. Garbage. And the reason for that is because, like, the pendulum method, right? Bishop takes h3. This is what's going to happen here. Now, if g3, obviously, I mean, it's just, I mean, not that it's terrible. We can just take, which was the whole intention here. But pawn takes, and after queen takes, this bishop can go to g2. Look at this. And now the queen, yes, you'll definitely take black here. 100%, you're going to take black. I mean, this is a great position. Like, the king is busted open. Now, maybe you have the d pawn. Okay, so maybe not 100%, obviously, but you're definitely taking black c4. You open up lines. I mean, you definitely are going to take black, guys. Like, you have the initiative, to say the least. But this bishop, after g2, defends crucial squares. So let's say, I'm just going to give an example here. Watch this. If something, for instance, like this happens, we go bishop b8, and then knight d2. In fact, I mean, after check, like, what do you have? You don't have anything. You actually have to get this all the way over here, which takes time. But the idea of this bishop being here is a whole lot. It's a lot to deal with. A lot to deal with. So going back, instead of bishop takes h3, Alekhine here, plays this move right here. Bishop f5. Oh my goodness. Wow. Because he like, you know what? After bishop d3, because if he moves a queen takes a4, it's just super annoying. Super annoying, right? It's just like, oh, that's a pawn. Like, and you don't really have many moves for the queen anyway. So after bishop d3, now he goes for the same line. Bishop takes h3, g takes h3. You see, he made a little pit stop, a little pendulum. Like, I'm going to go here first and then swing back this way, right? You know, and I could also go back to f5 too if you don't take it, right? So a little back and forth, a little pendulum. Yeah, bishop f5 was beautiful, and then baited him in a way into playing bishop d3, a little bait move, and then hit that man with a hit him. Yikes, bishop takes h3. Now when you take queen takes, you can't put the bishop on g2. What do you do? What do you do? Wow. So now you're in a little bit of trouble. In fact, you're in a lot of trouble, right? So what happened in the game was rook takes. Then he brought the bishop back and said, okay, yeah, I'm only a move away. I'm only a move away now. But a move away is all you need for the game to be over. It's black to move. What do you do? And it's only one move, by the way, that wins on the spot. If you don't find it, you are 100% premium. Garbage. That's okay, though. That's why we learn it. That's okay, though. Black to move. Black to move. What do we do, guys? Ends it on the spot. On the spot. Not meaning checkmate right now, but definitely this is the -9 move. This is the -9. 2 rooks, and you're not even up 2 rooks, basically. Rook and 4 pawns, if you want to be exact. Whatever. And you're not even up that. 94, rook e5. And 2, I ain't saying nothing. I'm just saying it's GG. Basically, you about to get this man off the board. It's -9. Basically, your queen. Give me the queen. And you not even up a queen. Rook e5, queen f4, pawn to c4. Okay. Pawn c4 is actually move number 2, but that is -1.7. That's a big difference from -9 to -1. Oh my goodness. Bruh. Right? That hurts. That hurts. In fact, the move is rook to e5. Yikes. Rook e5 and we live. Tarrasch plays c4 here. I don't even know what this move even do. I mean, I guess he just didn't have anything else. Like, what else do I do, right? And let's look at a few lines, right? Rook d3, rook check, right? And he has to go here. And then, oh, you forgot? Big fella over here chilling. You can just use your man's over here on the other side of the board you forgot about. But in fact, it just says best move is queen f4. That just seems strange, to be honest. I'm actually just going to put the bishop on b8. And then d6. Oh, he has d6, so that's why. Okay. So now that's why, because he's like surviving. He's still here somehow. He's still here. This is crushing, obviously. You even have this, but he's still surviving. Like, that's annoying. Rook d3. But he plays c4, and it kind of helped us out here. After rook check, there was king to h2. And instead of bishop b8, which was still leads into d6, can you find the move? This is move number 2. Now, equally as good as move number 1. On the engine, you know, Alekhine is a huge, or Alekhine is a huge, great attacker, guys. He's a nasty attacker. His tactics, if you see some of the tactics that Jedi Russian tactics, okay, yeah, that man is nasty with them tactics. Bruh. So what do you do here? It's black to move, guys. It's black to move, guys. This was your game? Yeah, bro. This was my game. Yep. Garbage. Yeah, 100%, bro. Yeah, I played this back in 1922 or something like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, thanks for asking. Osmo, thanks for the tier 1. KG4 Jack. Knight G4, Knight G4. Knight G4. Ernest wrong, Dicker, you're funny. Yeah, correct, guys. It's Knight G4. Here it is right here. Sheesh! Boy, that's a nasty move. That's a nasty move. Yeah. And after H takes G4, what does black do next? Thanks, bro. It's the working out, Beards. Yeah, he said, you know, still looking young. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it, man. It's really working out. It's really just the working out and the eating right and the diet. Black to move. Post analysis. Thanks for the follow to BJ. Queen takes pawn. Inkster. Rook takes d4. I see that twice. I don't know why I keep seeing rook takes d4 twice. First time I'm like, okay, now I know what they mean. Then I saw the second time, I'm like, okay, they both saying rook takes d4. G4, okay. Takes g4. Bishop b8. It's rook takes g4. That's exactly right, Shaq. Good job. Yeah, it's rook takes g4. You can't stop mate, really. You can't stop mate. Bishop b8 was a move still, but you still got to worry about d6, 88. d6 is still annoying. So he wants to do it this way. And I mean, look at the queen not helping at all. We have a 2-piece coming up right here. So bishop h3 is a good move to try to stop it, but then bishop b8 still works. Obviously, in d6, rook h4, I mean, you could have did it any order, doesn't matter. Queen F5 and we live. I mean, come on, are you serious? Queen F5? Yikes. Bull Karma says that's not a move, bro. Facts. Facts, not a move. Thanks for the 50 bits. Queen takes F5 and we live, right? But that was a wrap there. Hopefully you guys learned about the pendulum method here, like this, right? Yeah, looking at, of course, you guys said bishop takes h3, absolutely good. But when you find a good move, look for a better one. That's from Lasker, right? But here we had a pendulum method where we could attack the queen first, and it's natural to just go and sack here because this looks great. Boom, boom, queen takes. But this piece that's defending can now you be more defensive. If this piece is over here, look at the shift, right? Think about this. Helping defend, not helping defend. Helping defend, not helping defend. So when we go back and look at that, how he did it, he played bishop f5, and then boom, and now you get the same position you wanted, but the placement of the bishop matters, because now after this little sequence happened, you bring the bishop back. Oh, you missed a move, big fella. You're blocking with your whole face. You get the man off the board. And that's a wrap. Make sure y'all guys subscribe to the YouTube. See you on the next one.